Elderly man allegedly chopped teen during argument in Hanover. An elderly man accused of chopping a teen during an argument in Montpelier district in Sandy Bay, Hanover, has been charged with wounding with intent. Charged is 67-year-old Eichel Streets, otherwise called Bardo, a carpenter of Montpelier district in Hanover. It is reported that on Monday about 3:07 p.m., Streets and the 15-year-old boy had an altercation which escalated. During the argument, Streets reportedly chopped the teen with a machete. The boy was assisted to the hospital where he was treated and released, the police stated. A report was made to the police and a statement collected from the teen, which implicated Streets. The man was subsequently arrested and charged. A court date for him is being finalized. Man charged after admitting to killing car wash operator in Westmoreland. A man has been charged after he admitted to stabbing a car wash operator to death during an argument in Roton, Westmoreland on Saturday, July 13. Charged with murder is 27-year-old Rhys Wilson of Gordon District, White House, Westmoreland, and Park Mountain District in St. Elizabeth. Dead is 27-year-old Simaria Simit, otherwise called Marco, of Gordon District in Westmoreland. It is reported that about 1:20 p.m., an argument developed between Simit and Wilson. During the melee, Wilson reportedly pulled a knife and stabbed Simit several times. Simit was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Wilson was taken into custody after the incident and was charged on Tuesday, July 16, following his admission to committing the crime. His court date is being arranged. Agriculture Ministry to reallocate funds to support farmers. In an effort to provide support to farmers, the Agriculture Minister will be reallocating funds to facilitate and expedite the process. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green made the disclosure during a post-cabinet press briefing. Mr. Green said timelines is important, and the quicker the government is able to get farmers and fishers back into the field, the better the country. He said he will be consulting with the Finance Minister regarding more long-term financing for the ministry. Meantime, he indicated that crop farmers will start seeing benefit to get assistance in their post-hurricane burial recovery with the distribution of seeds and fertilizer. Minister Green told Parliament that prior to the start of the hurricane season, the ministry was proactive in getting over $60 billion worth of seedlings, which had been stored up for the use in the event of a disaster. He added that by next week, the ministry will distribute fertilizer donated by the government of Morocco. Several crop farmers who operate greenhouses suffered massive losses and will have to rebuild the facilities. Mr. Green noted that the ministry was also proactive in procuring greenhouse material, and these items are expected to arrive in Jamaica next month.
We'll make the point that what we've decided to do in the Ministry of Agriculture is to reallocate a number of the funds that we already had to provide an immediate response, because we appreciate that timeliness is critical and that the quicker we can get our farmers and fishers back out is the better for all of us and the better for our country. We will be speaking to the Ministry of Finance in relation to a more long-term response and in relation to more financing in that regard. Because we knew that some form of weather disaster would befall us this season, we have started the procurement process early and have already procured $65 million in seeds and will start our distribution to farmers Thursday of this week. Mr. Speaker, we had also earmarked some of the fertilizer that we had received from the government of Morocco for disaster recovery. And we will put in place a distribution plan and will commence distribution of fertilizer next week. Mr. Speaker, we've also already procured $55 million. That's why I couldn't give you. We have to keep it for disaster. That's why I couldn't give you. We have also procured $55 million in greenhouse material that has already been procured, and we expect that to arrive in the island in another 4 weeks.
Clonis heads to CAS after 5 p.m. deadline for J3A respond not met. The legal team of Hamachowa, Nayoka Clonis, says an appeal will now be filed at the Court of Arbitration for Sports CAS ad hoc division after receiving no response about her Paris Olympic status from the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association J3A. Clonis legal representatives Sadie Bernard and Emir Crown wrote to the J3A and the Jamaica Olympic Association on Wednesday afternoon seeking an update about Clonis Olympic team status by 5 p.m., saying that they would then turn over to CAS if that deadline was not met. They received no feedback. Clonis was initially named to the J3A athletic team for the Paris Olympics, but then removed after it was found that due to admission negligence by the J3A, her name was not submitted to the World Athletics, the sport's governing body. CAS ad hoc division deals with the arbitration of the dispute that arises regarding major sporting event and usually decides within 48 hours. Clonis is seeking to compete at her first Olympic game and become Jamaica's first competitor in the women's hammer throw since Dana Levy at the Royal Games in 2016. Police taking credit for a drop in road fatalities. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake said the improved compliance with the road traffic laws alongside the increase in prosecutions had led to the decrease in road fatalities across Jamaica when compared to 2023. Improving conformity to the road traffic law and reducing speed has resulted in a decrease of 8% in fatalities. There has been a 26% increase in traffic ticketing procedures. This is over 72,000 more prosecutions when compared to 2023, Blake told the quarterly press briefing of the Jamaica Constabulary Force on Tuesday. From January up to July 16, Jamaica recorded 210 road fatalities, which is 18 less than the 228 fatalities recorded in 2023 over the same period. In June, Jamaica recorded 26 road fatalities, which is 5 less than what was recorded in May this year, 31, and was the lowest number of the road fatalities per month since the beginning of the year. During his presentation at the briefing, Blake credited the improvement in public compliance efforts alongside the work of the Beat Officer Patrol Division, BOPD, for the role they played in the reduction of the road fatalities. We must also commend citizens for responding to our extensive public education programs in response to that trending rise in road fatality experienced back in April. Our aim is to deter criminal activities through high visibility and reassurance while ensuring effective management for the smooth flow of vehicles and pedestrians alike. By fostering open lines of communication with residents, we aim to address these concerns and gather invaluable insight that will guide our policing efforts, Dr. Blake explained. He said the BOPD has expanded from Kingston and Montego Bay to include Oturas, Port Antonio, Mandeville, Santa Cruz, and Maypen, and will be shortly implemented in other major centers. This division was established in March to bolster public safety and strengthen community policing efforts by providing proactive police presence in key areas across the island. In the meantime, Blake added that the JCF Quick Response Unit made 531 arrests, including 50 wanted persons, and the recovery of 8 illegal firearms since the start of the year, while there has also been an improvement in the work done by the JCF Intellectual Property Unit. Pre-COVID, the JCF Intellectual Property Unit destroyed over $3 billion worth of counterfeit goods. Post-COVID, between 2022 and 2024, JCF seized approximately $3.35 billion worth of counterfeit goods. 14 persons were brought before the court and convicted for breaches of the Trademark Act, which resulted in over $10 million in fines imposed by the court, stated Blake. On the other hand, he used the opportunity to urge residents to comply with police officers in their effort to reduce crime and violence in Jamaica. As we endeavor to safeguard our communities and restore peace to the lives of average Jamaicans, we find ourselves at a critical juncture in addressing the criminal elements within our midst. These individuals, who are sons, brothers, baby fathers, and friends, are known to you, the people. They reside in our communities and sometimes within our very homes. Today, I want to address them with a direct message. We will disrupt your criminal activities and isolate you. We will come for you, and when we do, encourage you to lay down arms and surrender willingly. If you meet us with aggression, we will respond with superior force, and we will win because we're smarter, we're better trained, and better resourced. We will be relenting in pursuing, capturing, building airtight cases for your conviction, and of those who support and sympathize with you, he stated. Dr. Blake is encouraging residents to cooperate with the police, emphasizing that providing information is a way for Jamaicans to support crime-fighting efforts across the island. He noted that since the start of the year, there has been a 12% reduction in major crimes in Jamaica, noting that most cooperation will play a part in the continuous downward trend of crime in Jamaica. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.